You know the worst thing about this book? Welcome to the D. Louise Books series. Please give the old thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing a good job just reading books and just talking about books. No special effects here. Just reading books and talking about books. Well, this book was so good and it just drew me in and it held a steady pace. And it was so good that I read it so fast. Now I have to wait a whole year to the next one. Why? Oops. Please like and subscribe my mommy's channel. She came to see what was going on. Please like and subscribe my channel. And you know my other co-host? Well, she likes to put him in his place. She's his boss. There you go. Go on. Alright, so Mr. Breedlove comes to Frank Malloy to hire him. Mr. Breedlove thinks he's a little upper. And Frank is like, eh. So anyway, according to Mr. Breedlove, he spent all his time over in England and he come back to New York because he wants to give his daughter a proper debutante come out. But unlike England, New York doesn't have all that stuff like England does. So Frank feels bad that, there are gentlemen who don't like their wives for whatever reason and will put them in the insane asylum, use any reason just to get rid of them because they don't want to do a divorce. So Mr. Breedlove comes back and he finds out that his niece is in an insane asylum. He wants to give his daughter a good chance at making a match, and he doesn't want society gossip to affect his daughter. He doesn't want society to know that his niece is in an insane asylum and it might affect his daughter's Ruth prospects. Now, her husband, his niece Julia, kept it so quiet that nobody really knows. All they know is that she went away. So nobody really knows. So he could have just left the whole thing up. But Mr. Breedlove was so certain that his niece Julia couldn't be insane or anything like that. So he wanted Frank Malloy to investigate to help prove her sanity, and he also hired an attorney. And so they went and talked to Julia and she seemed okay, and she hinted about mistreatment, but she said she was sane. She acted sane, and Frank Malloy and Sarah believed her, and they were on her side, and they were working to get her released from the place, but all they could do was gather the evidence. They couldn't actually free her. They could gather the evidence, give it to Mr. Breedlove, and he could take it to the attorney, and then the attorney would go to the judge, you see. But little hints come along. Little hints. Everybody says things are not what they seem. And Maeve goes undercover in the household, and none of the servants will talk about it. They all say that it's a subject better less closed. And and then her little boy Victor is having nightmares. His previous nursemaid fell out the window. And all these little instances and inconsistencies start to add up. But before the light bulb, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but I will give you a smidgen spoiler if you stay. Please, if you want to stay, if you want to know the deets, you're gonna have to stay to the end of the video because I don't want to spoil it for those who don't want to. So we'll do the thing. So in the meantime, so they're all investigating. They have to find her mother, Julia's mother, to find out, because Mr. Breedlove, once he frees her, he doesn't want to take care of her. He wants to give her to her mother to take care of. He wants her mother to take her out of the city and then he can have his daughter Ruth have her proper come out. And he's so full of himself, and he's so righteous. And so all this is going on, and they're investigating, and they're talking to former servants, and um Gino makes a contact with the former peoples, and Maeve goes undercover in the household. And like I said, the servants will tell her a tidbit, but they won't give her the full details of the situation. And Victor keeps having these nightmares, and she's like, I need to know how to help. I need to know the information so I can help Victor. Because Victor keeps talking about the crazy lady, or the mad lady, or the angry lady. So, spoiler alert. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. Things are not all as they seem to be. And Julia is not all she seems to be. And before Frank has enough evidence for either a yes or no situation, but Frank has not even spoken to the attorney yet. He was thinking that maybe the attorney would come to him for information. And Frank has spoken to the doctors. The doctor's like, no, she needs to stay, she needs to stay, she needs to stay. But of course, Frank and Sarah are just going on what Julia is telling them and what Mr. Breedlove is telling them. But before it got too late. When they finally had all the facts in the situation, Mr. Breedlove, attorney, had successfully bribed the old judge to sign her release papers. Then things start to happen. People start to have accidents. So maybe just releasing Julia wasn't the right thing to do. It's one of those evil, twisty, turny things that it isn't until she's finally released that the husband spews the truth, that her mother spews the truth, that it's all out there. And once they have all the facts, they're all sitting there going, oh my God, what did we do? So to read it, it's so good. It's so enjoyable. It's a quick read. And I was trying so hard to hold this book for a couple of months because I really wanted to know what happened, but I wanted to hold it a couple of months and I couldn't help it. And I finished my last book. I'm like, I'm going to read this. And it just flew. It just grabbed me. It just took me in and it grabbed my attention. It wouldn't let me go. And here I am. I just finished it. And I'm like, oh God, it's over. Now I gotta wait a whole year. So please like and subscribe my channel. Please give me the old thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing a good job. And check out Victoria Thompson Murder on Bedford Street. It is so good.